What's up, family? Welcome back to Out of the Darkness. I am Q. At this point, I'm just convinced that Donald Trump has a blind spot when it comes to picking AGs. At this point, I am just about convinced that Pam Bondi is not the person for the job. And several others that Trump picked as AGs in the first administration were not the ones. I mean, he had originally chosen Matt Gaetz, which I believe was Donald Trump's real choice. But for whatever reason, whoever's idea it was, he decided to go ahead and compromise with Pam Bondi, who has shown herself to be either corrupt or completely incompetent. And I think and I hope that it's the latter. But either reason or either way, she really needs to go. So interestingly enough, Adam Schiff, and I've talked about this at length, not from Adam Schiff's standpoint, but there's been several people in Washington, high-powered people in Washington, several people in high positions in government that have been involved in this ring of fraud, who've been involved in real estate fraud, in bank fraud, and we've talked about this, especially as it pertains to Letitia James. But Adam Schiff has committed fraud over years, possibly even a decade. So what's been going on is similar to the other stories. These politicians vote for these high taxes. They vote for the unfavorable tax laws that affect both you and I in all of these various blue states. But what they then do is they remove themselves from said liability. So Adam Schiff has for years has shown himself as being a resident of the state of Maryland, as he served in the state of or in Maryland and in D.C. representing California. He has changed his residence to Maryland. The problem with that is that by law, if he's representing the state of California, he is supposed to reside in California. Now, he still has maintained a home there, but that is not his residence. His residence has been changed because it's allowed him to get more favorable interest rates, and it's also allowed him to get more favorable status, having his showing his residence to the banks as being in Maryland. He's been able to get great interest rates on the house. Of course, a second home is not going to get as favorable interest rates as your first home. So he's done this and refinanced this house over and over, which has indeed been a different case of bank fraud with each refinance with each time he's refinanced. We know this because this is exactly what they attempted to do with Donald Trump. So it worked for Donald Trump. It was against the law for Donald Trump, but it was not against the law for Adam Schiff. Now, why is this Pam Bondi's fault? Well, it's Pam Bondi's fault because all of this came to to light as a result of Christine Bish. Now, Christine Bish is currently seeking election. She's running for Congress, or has run for Congress in the state of California. She uncovered all this information years ago. She turned it over to the Biden DOJ, and the Biden DOJ obviously did nothing. We'd expect nothing less. But she honestly expected for this new DOJ, who's, Pam Bondi, to do something. But instead, her deputy attorney general, okay, Todd Blanche, has actually gone after not Adam Schiff, but he's gone after Ed Martin and Bill Pulte, who were actually the investigators, saying that, oh, you guys shared information that you guys shouldn't have shared. First and foremost, no. Secondly, this is not about them. This is about a lawmaker who has used his status and is acting as though he's above the law. But rather than go after him, they've decided to go after the investigators. This is ridiculous. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think about this. I'll see you guys next time. Be blessed.